caught up in that industry of, okay, we got messed up when we signed, so we need to make ours back from this group, and then when you guys
Yeah.
get established,
Yes.
you take yours back. That
Yes.
seems to be
Yes.
the
Yes.
stuff that
Yes.
did
Yes.
you learn a lot about the
Like this
industry?
awful domino effect, right?
For
Oh my
domino
God.
effect. How much of
That's
that
horrible.
were you able to take? Because when you after that second album, were you guys dropped by Warner, or did you?
No, 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 no. We weren't dropped. I left.
Oh,
We weren't dropped. I left the group because at this point my it again it was very traumatic, and my lawyer, who was the person that was getting us out of the contract and really helping us, he had a massive heart attack and died. And I was
oh,
just like,
oh
this
Lord.
cannot get any worse. This cannot get any worse. And so when he died, we had done an album release party in New York City, and the producers of Mama I Want to Sing saw that 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 album release party, and they asked me to come to London to star in the show. And I was like, yeah, I need to go make some money, and I need to get away from this because it's just so hard. And at that point, it had been 7, 8 years of just two albums that didn't do well. And it was just like, I love the girls and I loved traveling and I loved doing the songs and stuff. But it was just like, this keeps going. I mean, when he died, it was hard for all of us. Like, we all felt lost because he was the one that was protecting us and sort of putting in those conversations to help change the contracts. And he died. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to go and do something else. And then it wasn't my intention to leave the group, like quit the group. I just went and got that. I went and did that show. When I did the show, it caused a bad effect. So um, that's kind of where it went.
Okay. And so when you
Mm-hmm.
did the show, was it you went back to do it in was it back in New York you did
No,
the
I
show?
went to London.
Oh, you
I
came.
started in the
Okay.
West End on that one.
So in the
That's when I
90s,
came
that's
to
when you came
London.
to. Oh, okay. In
Yeah,
those
that's when
90s.
I left. I left. I left New York and I went to London, and I lived there for about a year.
Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
coming to the UK, doing the shows, did you feel like a sort of a release? Did it feel like a different? How was that
Well, it
experience?
was definitely it was unbelievable because Shaka was in the show, so all these massive stars were coming. Shaka Khan
Wow.
played my godmother, and
What?
Prince came to the show twice, and Luther Vandross came, and like all these massive stars from America came to see the show. I remember meeting Marvin Sapp, all
Wow.
these really amazing artists, and Prince. He came the first time. He came the second time. He actually invited me to come sing with him at the Emporium in Soho. So he would do his show in Wembley, and then he would do this night gig in the Emporium in Soho. And he had me, and I went and did that with him for like a month, like every night. Like he'd just go to Wembley and then go to this thing, and I would hang out with him from like 2 in the morning to like 7 or 6 at this Emporium. Singing
Wow.
one song, Sweet Thing, and like playing his tambourine with Prince. And then he flew me to Minneapolis and I recorded some songs with him. And then
Wow.
and then I know, and then after that, I came back to America, and after the show closed, yeah, I came back to America, and I did another show with the same producers called Born to Sing. I did that at Madison Square Garden, and then they did a smaller theater off Broadway called the Union Theater on 14th Street. We did that for a while, and then when I was in that, some Broadway producers asked me to come star in Smokey Joe's Cafe, and that's when I got my first Broadway credit. And I stayed at Smokey Joe's Cafe for I think about 2 or 3 years, and then I did Footloose
Wow.
from there. So then I got caught in the loop of Broadway. So I did like 3 Broadway shows, and I was there for about 6 years. And then I did TV. I did a TV show, drama on NBC. Here is a massive network called Third Watch, and then I got like the TV bug of like, oh my god, this is cool. So I started acting, and then I moved to LA. I did a bunch of sitcoms there and did all the acting stuff. I started studying acting with Richard Lawson, who's actually Beyonce's stepdad. He's my acting coach for many years. And then I got a movie. I did a movie. Actually, I did a movie before that, like during ex-girlfriend days. I did a movie with Tom Hanks and Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman and Melanie Griffin.
What movie was that?
And then it was called Bonfire of the Vanities.
Oh yeah, I remember Bonfire of Vanities. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was in that movie, and then so then I did bigger roles in like sitcoms. I did many sitcoms, guest appearances. And Alex was just reminding me of when I came to London 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago, Alex? 2 or 3 years ago? I think it was 2 summers ago. I played a nun in a show, um, in the theater in the West, right off the West End. Say it again. Bear the Pop Opera. I did that, and then I did Aretha, and I started as Aretha in the musical called Respect. I've skipped so much stuff, but I'm just
Yeah.
and then I and that was with Adrian Grant, who produced Thriller Live on the West End. So I toured with them, and then COVID struck, and I was living in London for 3 years. But I mean, I got to go all the way back because I kind of skipped a lot of stuff. But then, okay, so I did the Broadway thing. I went to LA. I moved there. I did television. I stopped for a long time. Like after that, I had a baby, and I just stopped. It was just like, okay, this is just disappointing. And then I did the X Factor. It kind of revamped everything again. Um, then I booked Celebrity Big Brother UK.
Ah,
Do
yeah.
you remember me being on that in 2017?
Yeah. Yes. Well, I think because Ray J was on it as well, was he not?
Yeah. Yes, he
Okay.
was. They
Yes.
snuck him in. I didn't know he was coming. By the way, I was in the kitchen or wherever I was when he came down those steps. I was like, "Oh my God, this is horrible," because I hadn't seen him since that 2011 incident. And so when he came down the step, I was like, "Oh, this is some shady stuff right here." They brought Ray J in the house. I'm supposed to live with this dude. Oh my God, it was crazy.
So my last two guests, last week was Monifa, and the week before that
Okay.
was Brownstone. So both Nikki
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Monifa,
Uh-huh.
and I
Yeah.
hadn't watched them R&B because they don't show it in the UK.
Oh,
So,
uh-huh.
but
Mm-hmm.
both of them brought up R&B divas and different
Yeah.
things and stuff. And so, but your name
Yeah, I
was
mean, I
mentioned.
forgot about that. I did. Yeah, I did R&B. Oh wait, who mentioned me? Nikki.
Oh goodness. Oh, who? Because if they were brought, was it Manifa? Maybe it was Manifa about the
Okay.
Whitney
Okay.
Houston situation. No,
Uh-huh.
because it was Manifa because she was talking about how the show got on. They picked up the show after the buzz around. They were trying to film a pilot
Oh,
and
okay.
that night
Oh,
and you
okay.
guys
Okay.
were all at the
Yeah.
club and after that they picked up the
Yeah.
show and I couldn't
Yeah.
yeah, and so and of course I didn't put two and two together because I still remember the whole ish situation, but I never, it's hard to pinpoint
Yeah.
and broad how
Yeah.
much of an effect was that on you because it's almost like that also brought you into the spotlight, but not in the same positive way as the X Factor
Yeah.
at the time. And I think
Yeah.
I saw you on CNN and different places, almost trying to defend yourself. How challenging was
Yeah.
that?
I wouldn't go into that conversation. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I stay away from that topic because for obvious reasons. It's not. It was a dark time, and I don't think it's very healthy for me to talk about
Yeah.
that, and I don't
Oh,
want to.
yeah, no, no, definitely. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But also check out our membership, which is a good way of getting some exclusive videos and actually long videos from day one. But thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you again. Thanks.